Kasi yung isa yung friend, nawawala, ganon,
Alam mo na, tagal nilang hindi nagkita.
Oo, naman namin. Binigyan namin ang kanyang time to shine.
Oo. Represent the Philippines very well. Charot.
Opo. Naiahon sa kahirapan.
This is a Cup of Coffee podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. We have on the podcast right now, MarChie. Hi, MarChie. What's up?
Hello. Good evening po sa lahat ng nakikinig. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you so much for saying yes. I have as well, of course, the panel. We have Tenshiko. Hi, Tenshiko.
Konnichiwa, minasan.
And hi, Jazz. What's up?
What the cap?
Again, we're missing the, our token straight guy. Medyo busy daw siya kasi gano'n. Nagpapaka-straight guy siya ngayon. So, good luck sa'yo. Sana nakikinig ka. Sana naman makabalik ka na, nakakaloka. Anyways, in today's episode, I kind of want to, it's not, medyo judgmental siyang pakinggan in a certain level, no? But, I want to talk to you guys and ask you about this culture that we have. And it's not just a specific, country or anything. We just really like dating out of our country. Yung parang, alam nyo na yung biruan natin lagi na AFAM, sagot sa kahirapan. Why is that such a big phenomenon here in the Philippines? Marcia, are you in a current relationship?
Apo. With the Japanese, national. Wow, Japanese national.
Pero nagpasakop ka na naman sa Hapon, ganun ba yun?
Basically, apo. Pero ito, more than 3 years naman po. Hindi naman po.
Hindi naman.
Past 3.
Hindi ka naman ganun. Hindi ka naman pinand off ng Amerikano sa Hapon.
Opo, hindi naman po.
Oo. Pero medyo may history lesson tayo kasama. Baka sakaling gano'n. Baka kasi mamaya mamarjohan naman yung ibang mga nakikinig kung ano yung...
Oh my God.
So, yun yung chismis. Chismis naman yan. Wala naman yung allegedly, again, hinand off daw tayo ng America to Japan. So, I don't know. But anyways, so you met your partner. Is he your boyfriend? Your husband?
Asawa na po. Asawa ko na po siya. Opo.
Alright. Kamusta naman ang lakad?
Okay naman po. Mabuti naman po yung namin. Mabuti naman.
So, ikaw, Tenshiko, have you had any opportunity to date outside of the country?
May nanligaw na Korean. This was back in 2005-ish, ganon. Although it didn't really materialize. Ang weird niya kasi. Sorry.
Hindi pa uso ang K-pop, kumi-K-pop ka na pala. Pero kasi ako, like, for example, ako like, I don't know if I told you this, Tenshiko, but when I was in college, probably around second year, third year college, ibinahay kasi ako ng Koreano as well.
Yes, queen!
Binahay!
May pagbahay, sorry.
College pa ako nito, so 19 ko pong kopo.
Ano maingay?
Ay, wala si Baka. Anyway, so he dated me. Initially, what happened was, parang he owns a bar in Korea, in Seoul, and he was looking for entertainers. So he's a little bit entertained, too much entertained pala. Ang ginawa niya dito, habang nagre-recruit siya dito, he got a house, and then, because I auditioned, nag-audition ko. But he was a little bit too entertained with what I did. So, parang ang una niyang sinabi, parang, I want you to train them, I want you to create the group so we can go to Korea and stuff like that. Pero parang pag doon sa bahay na kinuha niya, parang hindi naman ako nakakapag-train kasi wala akong ginagawa kung hindi ka at kung ano man at sumirkos ng sumirkos. Hindi naman ako nakapag-train at hindi naman ako nakasaya.
Ano ba yan?
So, pero it lasted for like a whole month and a half until such time that he said that he wanted to go back to Korea. I'm gonna go with him. And then I remember this was like, again, I was 18, 19 years old. So, barely legal. So, he gave me money to process my passport and my allowance. He like gave me, like, if I'm not mistaken, by then, it was around 50,000 pesos.
Ay, wow.
Just to process everything. Eh, ang problema, si kuya mo, adik.
Yeah.
Ay,
Your brother.
Pagdating niya sa
Jujudiction.
Singapore, pagbalik niya na Korea, nag-Julie Abdasa siya.
ay.
Oo.
Okay.
So, kabibigay pa lang, nag-iwan siya sa akin ng 50. Kapapadala lang niya ulit ng panibagong 20,000. Nakulong na si kuya mo. So, alam ka na, ano gagawin ko doon? So, Jules, tapos, hindi ko na siya kinontak ever. Parang feeling ko, hindi na siya nakalabas or something. Because
That's sad.
if he would have been able to go out,
He would have contacted you.
oo, he would have gone back and talked to me. So, sayang naman ang opportunity. Sana ganun ako. Sana nasa big hit na ako siguro. Charas.
Wow.
Sure.
So, alam mo,
True.
parang, that's one thing. Pero I've never really seen myself dating outside being a Filipino. Yeah. Ikaw, Chi, ever since ba, bet mo lang talaga Japanese or were you open with everyone else?
Ano po, kasi parang before, lagi ko daw sinasabi sa tatay ko na ang gusto ko lang gawing jowa, Koreano or Hapon. Tapos parang sinabi niya sa akin, oo nga, Hapon mapapangasawa mo. Kahit hindi ko pa nami-meet yung asawa ko ngayon, never pa kaming nag-usap, ganyan. Tapos never pa ako nagka-jowa. Pero lagi ko sinasabi, Hapon talaga yung mapapangasawa ko. So, ayun. Pero,
self-prophetizing mo naman.
Oo, pero
Wala
Pinoy,
kasang manifesto.
yes. Pero Pinoy, nakapag-date naman.
What's the difference? Bakit ganun? Bakit parang, okay, Japanese pa rin?
Parang feeling ko, mula nung bata pa ako, gusto ko talagang lumabas ng Pilipinas, ganyan. Parang feeling ko, nasa Japan talaga yung, mas ma-appreciate ko talaga na nasa Japan. Even yung relatives ko, nung sinabi ko sa kanila na magma-migrate na ako, hindi sila nagulat na, nandun talaga yung niya, nandun talaga yung heart niya.
Talaga, nakakatuwa naman yun. Parang ever since, kasi marami kasi, I'm so sorry that this is something that is a negative connotation. So, I actually went somewhere in the South, not gonna name the city, and I was talking to a lot of locals there. It's their culture to look for a foreigner first. Kasi talagang kanilang level of level nila is first Amerikano, secondly Australiano, tapos Korean, tapos and everything else. Susunod pa yung Filipino, pero dapat Pilipinong mayaman. Kasi hodang pangit, basta mayaman. Last option lang talaga nila yung gwapo. In all fairness, nashock ako, mga 3 tao, matatanda na yung nakausap ko ha. Ganun yung mention nila na mas gusto namin talaga. So, makikita mo nga naman in that specific city that I visited, makikita mo, ganun talaga, mestizo, mestiza, negra talaga, may mga halos lahat may lahi. So, alam mo, parang they were conditioned to look for that. What do you think about that, Reggie?
Ako? Sorry.
Si Tenchi ko daw po.
Ay, sorry. I'm not sure. My mom married meron din kaming lahi. Portuguese American si Lolo. Ewan ko. Basta kasi si Daddy hindi naman siya fluent din mag-English. So it just really happened. They married out of love. So I'm like, I guess we're different. But as far as that is concerned, na you're going to marry for money, I'm not sure. Kasi yun din yung sabi sa akin ng bata. Kasi asthmatic ako nung bata ko. Sabi nila, ano daw yon, sakit na mayaman. Kasi kailangan mag-inhaler, ganyan, maggastos. Kailangan mayaman mo pangasawa mo. Ako naman kamot mo na, okay po, sige. Tapos sasabihan ka, ka muna mag-asawa. Tapos ngayon, nasa na yung asawa mo, ganyan. Ang gulo nyo po. Yun lang. Ang gulo nyo.
Ikaw, Chi, how do you take that kind of culture?
Parang sa Pilipinas especially, kasi siya yung parang pag nakakakita tayo ng ng babaeng Pilipina, tas foreigner yung jowa niya, napapabulong tayo ng isang Pinay na naman ang umangat sa laylayan, ganyan. Parang siya, more of necessity than, mas feeling ko more, even like especially dito sa Japan, more on necessity siya kesa sa actual love. Parang sobrang bonus na lang talaga kung in love kayo sa isa't isa or mahalin ka talaga sobra nung foreigner mong partner. So, yeah.
Ikaw, Jazz, bigla ka nalalaglag sa usapan. Ano nangyari sa'yo? Ano sabi ng foodie?
Pucha. Tumawag daw ang tita ko. Kung kailan daw ako jump ng Canada. May waiting daw na trabaho.
Go!
Ayoko nga. Hello?
Uy! With the climate here, oh my God.
Ayaw.
Bakit?
Pareho kami ni Jazz eh. Hindi kami pang-abroad.
Ay, ako na lang, friend. Char.
Sa ugali ko to, pag-abroad din mo talaga.
Kaliit niyang yan. Baka mamaya masalanta lang yan.
Sabagay.
Canada yun, be. Malalaking tao yun. Baka pag Jewy ko
French yung mga yun, Day. Alam mo na mga friend. Hindi ba?
Papakangongo na naman ako. Bonjour.
Oo.
Perfume
Ikaw,
na
Jazz, meron kang na gano'n na date ha, yung totoong date, maliban dun sa namatay.
Ay.
Foreigner ka bang na-date? Si Luker. Ay.
Uy, grabe. Hindi naman na date. Parang usap-usap pala.
Ha? Ba yan?
Mga ganon. Pero medyo na-offend kasi ako dun sa kaya blinak ko na.
Ay, bakit mo gano'n?
Bakit?
Can I see your pearly shell? Ay, cancel be. At saka yung mga, I will send you money. So ko, ay, gago, may trabaho ako ha. Yung mga dialogue niya na,
ay, wait, hindi po ako mukhang pera, kuya.
Oo. Sabi ko kung kailan naman ako nag-entertain ng
Nawawala ka, Jazz. Meron tayo nakausap na last time, si Asher. Namin natin pangalan sa kanya. Anyways, si Asher, parang meron daw sa kanyang, isa pa to ha, and this is something na a lot of people take advantage. Kasi ganito, so si Asher is currently single nung panahon yun. And there was a message that was sent to him via Facebook. And then this guy is apparently an American who is interested in his profile and wants to chat and stuff like that. And then nagsimula sila mag-chat tapos biglang napunta sa email kasi apparently ito daw foreigner na to is a military, part of the army, and then he needs to get deployed somewhere. So, hindi daw siya nakakapag-Facebook. So, email lang daw yung access. Medyo believable pa. And then, after that, scam pala. Ini-scam siya. So, magpapadala ko ng pera ng ganun sa'yo, ng parcel sa'yo.
Dami yan.
Oo. Tapos na-realize niya lang tapos kasi after nung pagpapadala ng parcel hindi daw madala kasi kailangan daw may bayaran sa ano ba yun? Sa customs. Oo. 30,000 pesos daw sa
Wait.
This is actually, again since that a lot of Filipinos are very much interested on dating outside of the country, people take advantage of them. Kasi maraming naniniwala dito, in all fairness. So that means for a scam company to come up with this kind of scheme, it's ganun. It's actually working if you're going to look at it. Kasi hindi naman sila magmamatapang na gumawa ng ganyang klaseng scam kung wala na silang nautunan before.
True.
So alam mo, parang I feel like it's how do you call that? It's something that a lot of people take advantage of. And as well, nakita din naman natin yung mga experiences ng 90-day fiancé. Sino nga ba yung girl na yon? Yung parang
Si Rose.
Ed. You're so rude. Okay.
Si Rose. Si Ed.
Do you think, ikaw, Chi, coming from someone that is dating outside of the country, what do you think about Miss Rose?
Feeling ko kasi, kasi based din dun sa usap nila, and at first everybody was like, usually then, I have had people na mga Canadians na kakausapin nila ako kasi daw yung parang relative nila may jowang Pilipina. Tatanungin kung peperahan lang ba ako nito, ganyan, peperahan lang daw ba yung kapatid niya, ganyan. But I think it goes both ways din. Sa tingin ko, may exploitation din in that area. Kasi before you can marry a foreigner, you have to take a seminar sa Pilipinas. Parang before they give you the license to be able to marry sa Pilipinas, you have to attend this seminar. Tapos when I attended that seminar, parang there was this girl na 16 years old siya, pero yung asawa niya 60.
Oh, hell no!
So, tapos parang, usually kasi they ask you, nag-meet na ba kayo? Ilang beses na kayo nag-meet ng asawa niyo? In a group setting. And then sabi niya, parang pumunta yung asawa niya, first time niya ma-meet in person, the same day that they got married, pero matagal naman na daw silang magka-chat, ganyan. So, I feel like there's exploitation in that sense din. Kasi, aside from that, in the same seminar, may babae, parang mga siguro 40s, kasama niya yung anak niya. Tapos sabi niya, ay, pinitisyon mo yung anak mo, kumbaga isasama mo siya sa paglipad sa Japan. Tapos sabi, ay, hindi, may asawa din niyang Hapon. So, parang, medyo shocked ako. Yeah.
May alam na ako, kasal dito, pero kasal elsewhere. Hindi.
Yeah. It's a normal thing. Yung
It's a
parang
thing,
may asawa
yes,
ka sa
it is.
Japan, tapos may asawa ka sa Pinas, tapos pag
alam
umuwi
ng person here.
pag uwi ng asawa mong Hapon sa Pinas, kapatid mo siya, driver nyo siya, paglalabas kayo, ganon.
Ala?
So, ayun po.
I think I've seen something like that. I don't wanna, kasi ganito. So I know this woman. She is a very sporty. She's kind. She's really kind.
Okay.
And we hanged out when I was in high school up to college. And then we got out of touch kasi nagpunta siya na Amerika. After that, only recently, siguro mga 2015, nagpanagpo kami. And she said that she's married. So I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't even bother asking kung sino yung asawa niya. And then nakita ko yung may kasama siyang lalaki, Filipino. I was like assuming that, kasi naglalambingan sila sa harapan ko. So I was assuming na, okay, so that's your boyfriend, your husband. Okay, that's fine. Tapos, in-add niya ako finally sa Facebook. Yung Facebook last name niya is American. Tapos, pag tinitingnan ko yung photos niya sa Facebook, kasama niya, Amerikano. Tapos yung yung husband niyang, akala ko husband niya, nasa sa background. So, baka yun yung, parang ganun yung setup na pag narito sa Pilipinas, yung asawa niya dito sa Pilipinas, driver niya or something.
Brother, driver.
Aray.
Yeah, it happens. And it's an agreement minsan between the married couple here. So sakit sa ulo.
Another one thing that I experienced as well in the city down south. So tauhan ko siya, may tauhan ako. Pag nakita mo tong babaeng to, ang gandang babae. Sobrang ganda, alin pang Miss Universe. Tapos kasi mixed race siya, ang father niya is a Black American guy. So, medyo nakita mo na yung, okay, baka AFAM din itong kuhanin niya. Lo and behold, AFAM nga din na kinuha niya. And when I was talking to her, sabi ko sa kanya, kasi nung siyempre tauha ko siya, so we kinda talk about it. And she was like, yung dad niya, iniwan sila nung ganun kasi kabit lang pala yung mom niya, ganyan. Only to find out, kabit din siya nung asawa, yung asawa niya dito sa Pilipinas.
Ologoy.
Oh my God.
Karmic cycle at its finest.
And kasi, and she was okay with it because she used to live under the bridge. So, so alam mo yung parang, so siya yung mom niya siguro was, I don't know, I'm not gonna judge her mom on what she was doing. So, nabuntes, iniwan, naghirap, tumira sa ilalim ng tulay, ngayon man siya na ang bahay nila kasi the foreigner is now, na jowa nung tauhan ko before, is rich.
Right.
So, regardless of pagiging kabet, okay lang sa kanya. But, it's like, should this be okay? Especially coming from the girls.
Yun lang. Depende po talaga. Parang feeling ko, yun talaga, it's more of a necessity. Parang since yun nga, for her, she lived under a bridge, parang, I think it's either that or balik ka ulit sa bridge, gano'n. Yeah.
Pero
So
she
hard.
ang masakit kasi, she has the smarts. But
Probably she wanted the easier life.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
She wanted the easy way out instead of her having to strive so hard just to get to the top. Eto na si Kuya. Bakit pa ako na maghihirap? Mas madali ito eh. So yeah, it's not everybody's thing.
Yeah.
It could be theirs.
Pero
I'm sorry,
mother, I have a friend na girl din siya. Dati siyang club promoter. Tapos parang she married someone na na-meet niya in Panglao na dame. Tapos basta yun, nagkatuluyan ganyan. Pero talagang galit na galit yung nanay na yung nagbibigay ng dowry si Kuya. So bakit daw may mga ganun-ganun pa? Hindi naman daw dapat ganun.
Okay. So this time parang ang family naman na parang hindi mo kailangan. Kasi dower is usually like a representation of you buying your wife, di ba?
Mm-mm.
So baka naman gano'n, na-offend naman yung family. Siguro it's just more of an explanation of why it's that is a part of their culture, which it kind of
baka yun yung iniisip ng foreigners na since we're Asians, here we value women, you have to pay a dowry to get a wife, as opposed to the US na males are given the dowry because we don't have any use for women. I mean, in the old days, diba?
Yeah.
That's a culture. So maybe lang.
So,
I don't know.
Tapos, the one I watched sa yung Jessica Soho, I think, yung vlogger naman siya. I forgot, basta European. Tapos na-in-love siya sa yung sa Badjao, and now they're living together dito sa Philippines. Love at first sight daw talaga.
Japanese guy. Tama ba?
And then Japanese guy sa Cebu.
Ay, iba pa yun.
Sa Cebu.
Oo.
Iba pa to.
Okay.
Si
iba
Kuya, grabe, ang gwapo, my God. Oo, be. Talagang
Lalayo ka pa ba dito sa Batangas? Yung meron dito sa Batangas na sinasabi ko mukhang tricycle driver talaga yung guy. Pero yung girl, supermodel ang dating. Pero at prinsesa level pa siya sa ganun nila, sa country nila. Willing to, yun ang love, di ba? Love naman siguro, yun unless sobrang laki ng kaya ko na.
Love na talaga.
Pwede rin.
Charot.
You never know.
Pero hindi like for example ako, again, nilaglag ko na lahat ng mga tauhan ko. Meron naman ako nagtauhan before na, atong dito, she's a very busy girl when she was in college and first couple of years of working. Very busy girl siya. So parang, nung nakatrabaho ko siya, ang target niya na is foreigners. Kasi ang point niya is, medyo nga daw nakakaluwag-luwag na siya, wala na nakaka-satisfy sa kanya. Yung maganda yung point na yun kasi baka alam naman natin there's a statute of limitation at kaya konti lang talaga sa mga Pilipino ang medyo well-endowed. Believe me, I've done the legwork.
Okay. So we don't have to. So yeah.
So in the ratio of 1 out of 10, siguro 4 lang out of 10 ang medyo
okay.
Diba? So, I understand her. That's fine with me. That's, parang, kasi nga, medyo nakakaluwag-luwag na siya sa buhay. So, parang ang point niya na lang is, if I'm gonna have sex, I'd rather enjoy it. Right? Which is very, very acceptable. Yes, an acceptable reason why look for a different, citizenship. Ikaw, Jazz, nung panahon na kainitan mo pa sa pagiging bakla, nakailang kang foreigner na kempo?
Jazz, galawin mo yung bakla.
Nagbibilang ako.
Ay! Grabe. Sorry
Tatlo.
Sorry for interrupting.
Tatlo, pero Asians.
Okay, Asians na. Wala kang nakuhang AFAM.
Sige na nga, isama na nga yung German.
Ay, German.
Oo.
Ano pang German facts?
German, oo. Ano na lang, friends na lang talaga. Yun talagang naniniwala talaga ng friends na lang tayo. Hindi dahil sa size, kung hindi yung mga gusto niyang mangyari, hindi ko kaya.
Ay.
Yung lalagyan kita ng urna sa mukha, yung gano'n.
Oo, parang gano'n. Iihian ako, gano'n. I cannot believe.
Ang fetish naman yun.
Malalang BDSM.
Hindi ko carry yung gano'n. Carry ko pa yung pasok-pasok ng sigarilyo, gano'n. Gapos. Pero yung mga gano'n, parang may hangganan.
Yes. Scat and water. Yan.
Ako, first meeting, gusto jug-jug agad.
Ay! Oh, that's so sad.
Ikaw, how did you and your partner met and how did it, end with, you marrying him?
Nagkakilala po kami sa Pilipinas kasi he is half Filipino. Tapos, he was staying in the Philippines at the time. Tapos, we had the similar interest, ganyan. Tapos, napaka-prophetic po nitong story na to. Tapos, umuwi na siya ng Japan, tapos nawala na kami ng contact. Tapos, namatay yung daddy ko. So, nawalan ako ng lalaki sa buhay. Minessage niya po ako, parang, sorry for your loss. Sobrang swerte ng daddy mo kasi ikaw yung naging anak niya, ganyan. Tapos, from then on, everyday na po kami magkausap, ganyan. Tapos, naging magjowa na kami. Tapos, parang eventually po kasi, parang siya din, meron siyang dalawang choice. We have the choice na titira kami sa Pilipinas or titira kami sa Japan. So, upon discussion, mas pinili po namin tumira sa Japan kasi parang for him, mas maganda yung benefits in the long run, mas madali yung adjustment for him na sa Japan since sanay na siya. Mas madali po kasi kung galing kang Pinas to Japan rather than from Japan, mag-adjust ka sa Pilipinas. Siyempre, ibang-iba po talaga yung ng Japan sa Pinas. Kaya, ayun.
At hindi kasi gano'n naman. You have to as well look at it on a different aspect in a way that we Filipinos can adapt to anywhere.
Apa.
Like regardless like Japan, America, UK, anywhere else, we can survive. Para tayong ipis.
We're all over the place. Yeah.
Sorry sa metaphor, pero wala tayo yun talaga eh. Alam mo, kahit saan tayo lagay,
we will thrive.
Survive. Oo.
Apa.
We're conquering the world, no?
True.
Apa.
One nursing home, one hospital at a time.
Apa.
Oh, God.
One English school at a time.
Oh, yeah. Isa pa din yan. One English school at a time. Ayan. Hindi na, at least ganun na tayo. And again, no bashing or no hate, other people who want to work abroad and stuff like that. It's just that these are norms that we have here in the Philippines na laging ang tingin natin from the inside out, mas maganda ang buhay sa kabilang fence. Tama ba ako? Tama ba kami sa...
The grass is always greener on the other side.
Oo, exactly. Yeah. But ako kasi, like for example, coming from someone that was able to experience it, iba pa rin kasi talaga yung ganun eh, yung comfortability that gives, that the Philippines gives. At me, at least. At least, na parang gusto ko, pag uwi ko sa bahay, kasama ko yung pamilya ko and stuff like that. Maybe you're just, kasi si MarChie, ganun eh, parang she's gonna create a new family. So, I understand that part. I really, really do. Pero, bakit, ito yung pinaka-topic natin eh, no? Bakit ganun talaga? Bakit ang tingin talaga nila, ikaw, MarChie, nasabi mo na kanina na yung ay meron na namang nakakaangat sa laylayan. Where did that start? Pensi ko, ikaw yung medyo critical mag-isip dito. Kausap mo yata, mami.
No. Coming from the perspective of someone in my family who actually went to Japan as an entertainer. Kasi yun din, actually, pero marami sila. A lot of my family went there either as entertainers, factory workers, and such, mag-TNT, ganyan. They feel that getting married there to a foreigner would really help them rise from where they were previously. Kasi nga naman, kung mag-ipon ka, kung magiging employee ka pa rin dito, mahirap eh. It's with the inflation right now and everything else that's happening in the world, ang hirap kung ikaw lang mag-isa. Lalo na kung pareho kayo nung magiging asawa mo na hirap din ang kabuhayan dito. So why not marry someone who is well off elsewhere and go there and be, well off. And then here's the clincher. Help your family here.
Opo.
So true. That is so true.
Kasi that's the only other problem that I might see, kasi that can be a problem in an AFAM or whatever foreigner relationship is pag tinulungan mo yung si ate girl or si boy, pati lahat ng buong barangay. Buong barangay at kapitbahay at aso nila kasama sa tutulungan mo. Wait lang. Ikaw lang ang pinakasalan ko. Kumain mo tayo. So I'm like, I that's the only thing I guess I don't like. I mean, there's nothing wrong with helping. Because helping is good. You, of course, anyone would not want to see other people suffering, diba? Or having a hard time. Pero there's always a limit.
So, MarChie, you are kind of agreeing with Tenchiko's comment about this. Are you experiencing that? If you don't want to share, that's fine. But
Hindi naman po sa experiencing. It's more of, it's an expectation usually. Hindi po sa akin personally. Kasi ako personally, hindi po ako nagpapadala sa Pilipinas. Usually po, it's always, di ba may kamag-anak yan sa ibang bansa? Di ba meron siyang relative sa ibang bansa? Bakit hindi yun ang tumulong? So, usually, you're pressured or more expected na tumulong sa pamilya mo or sa buong kabaranggayan. Kasi meron po akong kakilala, nag-work siya dito sa Japan. 3 yung trabaho niya, part-time, tapos full-time na trabaho, tapos trabaho sa gabi. Bale, yung buong pamilya niya sa Pilipinas, walang trabaho. Pati yung mga tita-tito niya, wala pong trabaho. Kumbaga, hard carry niya po yung buong family niya. So, parang yun po yung medyo sad na reality. Kasi usually they expect, nasa ibang bansa siya. So, ibig sabihin, marami siyang pera. And nandun din po talaga yung, di ba may yung kamag-anak natin sa Japan, yun din yung mag-aahon sa atin. Kasi di ba po may kasabihan, Japan, sagot sa kahirapan. Kaya, ayun.
Because alam mo, in all fairness, like, because I've been watching this vlogger from Japan, he's as well a Filipino. Like, for example, kasi if I'm not mistaken, in Japan, ang tsaka ng public transport nila, kaya karamihan ng working class, may sasakyan silang kanila.
Opo. Kasi po, pag late ka, kahit pa meron kang ticket, ganyan, parang usually kasi they give out the announcements na the trains will be late, ganyan. Tapos parang kapag na-late ka, sasabihin, bakit kasi hindi ka mas pumasok ng maaga, ganyan. So, you would like to be more in charge of your time, lalo. Kasi, di ba yung sa car naman po, wala naman pong traffic dito masyado. Pero yung train kasi, yun yung hindi mo makokontrol kung magbe-breakdown ba siya, kung delayed ba siya, ganyan. So, as much as possible, yung oras po talaga dito, grabe yung importance niya, lalo na sa mga tao na yung mga work nila, 3-3, 2-2, ganyan.
Okay, that's really nice. Kasi gano'n nga, so doon sa mga vlogs niya, may-mention nga niya na parang lahat ng family members niya naka-ask sa kanya and stuff like that. And one of the parang fighting point nilang pamilya niya is that gano'n parang, ikaw nga nakasasakyan ka dito, ka dyan, samantala kami dito nagta-tricycle lang. Na parang requirement yata sa kanya kasi like what you said, sa kanya kasi dalawa yung trabaho niya. Isa sa umaga, isa sa gabi. Tapos may mga anak pa siya. So alam mo parang, paglalakadin mo yung mga anak ko. Kayo na lang ang magsasakyan, ako na lang ang maglalakad. Nakakaya naman sa inyo. It is unfortunately a very sad reality on how Filipinos look at people that is either dating someone from a foreign land or working in the foreign land, right? Just ikaw, why do Filipinos show more interest in the foreign countries? Like, pag halimbawa, tinanong ka ng kung sino ang crush mo, ang laging first question back nila is foreign or Filipino. Hindi ba
Foreign or
local lang? Diba?
Foreign or local.
Kita niya, narinig niyo yun, diba? Na parang,
Oo.
crush mo, foreign or local? Ganon. Diba lagi may foreign silang nami-mention?
Correct. Sa akin, mother, kaya siguro din ganyan kasi parang everyone's curious kung anong meron na wala tayo.
Okay.
So like for example, gusto kong makapunta ng States kasi gusto kong ma-experience ang snow. Mga ganun.
Korea sa Japan may snow. Diyan ka na lang. Mura-mura ang pagkain.
Correct. Yung mga ganun na mindset ng Pinoy kasi, or hindi naman lang Pinoy even other nationalities. Diba? Gusto nila sa Pilipinas kasi ang daming beaches daw dito. So yung hinahanap natin lagi yung wala sa atin.
Bakit ikaw ang hinahanap mo sa isang tao, meron ka din?
Ano? Iba naman yun. Charot. Iba naman yun. Ikaw din naman. Charot.
Wala ako. Hindi ako choosy ha. Alam mo yan. Kung ano nasa harapan ko, kakainin ko. Ito talaga. Diba? Hindi ka tulad mo. Anyways, so siguro one thing as well is that the standard of beauty here in the Philippines is different. So siguro na masyado na westernized yung idealism natin of beauty. Hence, pag naghahanap tayo, automatic gusto natin mestizo.
Well, we've been colonized by several countries. So
yeah, diba? So maybe that's one of the reasons. Meron din akong idea, although it's kind of deep talaga kasi I was like talking to my elder brother the other day, and Filipinos likes to be secretly, subconsciously, they like to be the minority. Alam mo yun? So, halimbawa, they dated a foreigner, minority sila, mas gusto nila yung mas nakakataas sa kanila, regardless kahit lalaki o babae ito. Gusto nila na maging minority sila because we have been colonized for so many times na gusto nila underdog sila. Looking at our political stand right now, I'm gonna delete that. It kind of is something like, I want to be controlled. I want to be owned by someone.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Diba? Parang feeling ko may ganong klaseng level of interest sila. And they always look at people from outside the country higher and bigger than them, which makes them feel na, okay, I am again a subordinate, but this is how I am comfortable with. Not a lot of girls are in control with their lives. Regardless kahit mga Filipino ang dinidate nila eh. If you're going to look at it as well at the toxic masculinity thing, plus yung pagiging subordinate ng mga tao, we are attracted to someone that is more dominant.
Sabag.
Pero on the other hand din naman, yung mga Westerners, di ba most of them also look for Asians, mostly Southeast Asians, kasi gusto nila ng submissive na asawa, ng submissive na Asian wife. Yun yung especially, not to stereotype, yung mga nasa military, especially those who are in the military, in the Navy, usually they're always looking for yung parang submissive Asian wife na it works in their favor din na usually people from those countries, lalo na sa Southeast Asia, are yung parang nasa lower class sila. So ayun, I guess parang it's in a system na rin talaga. Parang naging systematic na din talaga siya. Yeah.
It's so hard to fight off the norms of how, like, ito coming from the stories that you already mentioned, you, Tenshiko, and MarChie. So sinasabi nila na pag nasa isang barangay ka at ikaw nakapangasawa ng mayaman, ng foreigner, responsibilidad mo na tulungan ang buong pamilya.
Apo.
Okay? Pero the moment na hindi ka tumulong, ano lang tingin nila sa'yo? Pokpok ka, bayaran kang babae, madumi kang babae.
Chapayuki.
True, di ba? Parang kakaiba naman kayo masyado mag-isip. Napaka-explicit naman ninyo. Kaya I am very, kaya sabi ko, di ba, there's no hate with regards on girls choosing to do those kind of things, because it takes a lot of guts to do it. Now, the moment that they decide na hindi tumulong, mas malaki yung balls nila, in all fairness, kasi it's a whole community. It's not just your family that will turn your back, turn their backs on you. It's the whole community.
Apo.
Diba?
Kasi
Kasi like, for
ichichika pa niya
example,
sa ano eh.
ano,
Yung mga
just ka?
imamarites. Yun nga, kasi imamarites ka pa nila sa kapitbahay. Na ganito, ganyan ka. Which is, why? The
Pero
rest
kahit
of the
naman
parang
pero
guy
kahit,
doesn't need to know my life story. But whatever.
pero kahit ano naman, yung kahit hindi yung mga nakapangasawa ng foreigner, gano'n. Is like, for example, may relative na nakaahon-ahon, parang sasagutin mo din may kilala kasi akong gano'n.
Ako ba yan?
Yung parang responsibility mo pa din kami kasi ikaw lang yung nakakaahon-ahon na trabaho sa ating pamilya. So kailangan pong paaralin si Junjun.
Is it my fault that I selected someone that could help me? Diba? Kasalanan ko pa pala. Parang dapat tumulong ka sa amin kasi ikaw yung may pera. Kasalanan ko pa may pera ako. Teka lang. Parang kasalanan ko pa. Ganun eh. I'm very happy for you, Chi, kasi you mentioned na hindi naman yan yung situation mo. But have you, like, since that you are in Japan right now, have you heard any of those stories from your co-Filipino people there?
Wala naman po on my part. Pero siya parang when we were back during the start of the pandemic, parang ang pinaka-closest na po to the expectations ng society sa'yo sa pagpapadala. During the start of the pandemic po, 'di ba may mga ayuda, ganyan. Yung mom ko po, hindi po siya nabigyan ng ayuda kasi sabi nung City Hall, parang according to the documents daw po, meron siyang mga anak abroad. So, hindi po siya bibigyan. Parang ganon. So, yun lang po yung Pero from my relatives, wala po.
Oh my God. Kasi, alam mo, actually, ganyan. The start of pandemic, I was working in a PPO. It's a PPO industry. Dahil above average yung salary ko, my mom was not as well given.
Opo.
Wala?
Ano biyarong to?
Kaya, diba?
Buti pa ako, mother. Hindi na nakatira sa Mandaluyong, pero ako yung may ayuda doon.
Pero yun nga, di ba? Like, again, society is dictating what happens to your story. Like, for example, to MarChie's story. Na the government decided not to give your family extra support. They're not demanding support. I'm pretty sure of that, right? Like, I'm pretty sure your mom and your family is thriving without the government support. But parang to say you're not eligible for our help because you have a daughter in Japan. Maybe.
Kaya medyo siya.
Kasi ikaw, yung panahon na nag-date ka kasi ikaw, mahilig ka din sa Japanese, di ba?
Kasama ko si Shaw, pero iba yung pinakasalan niya. Char.
Oo. Hanggang ngayon, hopya ka pa rin kay Shaw. Wala na.
May divorce sa Japan.
So far long already.
Hindi. May divorce sa Japan. Huwag ka magulo. Char.
Meron o wala, nagagawa ng paraan yan.
True.
Pero ganun, diba? I mean, are you as well actively searching for a Japanese guy?
Hindi.
Why not?
Dito nga, wala eh.
Malay mo nasa Japan ng ganun.
Parang sa Japan ng forever.
Hanapan mo ko, MarChie.
Oo. Yung matandang mayaman na madaling mamatay na daw. Para
Uy, wag naman. Pa-enjoy naman natin yung pempem ni
Kaya dapat mayaman na at madaling mamatay na. Pag nategi na at mayaman ka na sa Japan ka na, mas marami na doon.
Ewan ko, mother. Balikan lang kasi ako nung nag-Japan na.
Kanina ko pang tinitimping tanong ito. Pixelated siya?
Hindi po. Ano po siya? Pinoy siya in that.
So medyo okay naman.
Opo. Pinoy siya sa sense na yun po.
I'm happy for you. Baka kasi mamaya pixelated sila. Pero,
hindi po. Hindi rin po.
Medyo malabo ang tingin na natin. Anyway, ikaw, Chi, where would you draw the line between looking for a foreigner for being a husband or being a wife versus prostitution? Because there's a really fine line between it. you're lucky that you were able to find love first before anything else. But unfortunately, may mga ganong story. So where do you draw the line? Again, kasi, di ba, there are foreigners that are very much naman talaga willing to help the wife and the family of the wife. May mga ganong story Pero nasan yung, nasan yung line mo na, ay, parang papunta na ako ng prostitute nito, parang gano'n.
Pag hindi ka na nire-respeto nung partner, dun mo maano na, ay, naniningil lang to ng mga tulong niya. Yun yung kasi marami talaga, especially dito sa Japan, maraming ganon. And they have that thing yung parang, this is business. Yung parang wala siyang emotion. To me, business to. Binigyan kitang pera, binigyan kita ng visa, kaya please, in return, you give me what I want from you. So, ayun po.
Ikaw, Tenshiko, nasa ng linya mo? Ako kasi ganun. Ako kasi kada putok. Pag kada putok, may bayad at prostitute ka. Kasi ako, I'm just 100%. I'm always at 100. Kung halimbawa pumutok, nagbigay ka ng pera, prostitute. Ganun lang. Ikaw,
kasi yun nga. I mean, if you're going to equate it to money, yes, it's a prostitution. But if you're going to equate it with companionship and understanding and a real relationship, then that's different. Kasi kung jur lang naman at jur di sana nga nagganon ka na lang. Imbes na maghanap ng asawa or whatnot. So it's like
hard.
I mean, really. Kasi pasensya na kasi if you remember, like previously, I talked about an ex who was actually giving me money to start an account. I'm like, no, hindi tayo ganon. Hindi ako ganon. I will not take your money just cause we are in an relationship. Kaya ko ang sarili ko. Hindi ko kailangan ng pera. Yun lang. Kasi kung paano mo,
paano pag halimbawa ganun, Tenshiko, like, if you will draw that line, paano kung halimbawa bukal pala sa loob niya talagang magbigay sa'yo?
Naiintindihan ko yun. Pero pag-usapan natin, hindi yung bibigyan, eto, magbukas ka, okay, wait lang. Wala naman akong problema sa pera. Anong problema natin? Kasi nung time na yun, wala naman akong problema sa pera. Bakit mo ko binibigyan yan? Anong meron? So parang, siguro, clarity. And if you really want to do that, like, maybe have a joint account or something. Kasi ayoko din pag-awayan ang pera. Yan ang minsan issue sa relasyon. Pera. Pera ko ay pera ko, pera mo, pera mo. Mahirap na.
Binigay na nga yung ATM sa akin. Ano bang gagawin ko? Charot.
Pwede mo i-refuse. There's always a choice. There's always a choice. Yun lang.
Pag ito na ibili ko ng bahay, baka charot.
Jazz, ano yung ganun mo? Ano yung line mo?
Yung kasi yung sa line na yan, nung nagja-Japan kami ni Shizu dapat, di ba? Lagi kaming nire-remind nung promoter ba tawag doon, na may possibility na i-table kayo. Pero no touch, basta mga no. Kung gusto mo mag-monkey business, you do it after your shift outside the club, parang gano'n. Di okay sana yun. Tapos nung na-meet namin mismo yung may-ari ng club, bakit parang nandito pala sa Pilipinas? Bakit iba na mga ginagawa mo sa akin? Parang laging request ng gano'n. So sabi ko, ay parang carry ko ba to?
Pero ako like again, there's no shade whatsoever on those kind of people. They deserve what they work for. Literally. Honey, don't go to job for nothing. So yes. So, pero kasi, and we're going back to MarChie here. It kind of gives a very bad taste, to girls or to people like MarChie who dates unofficially a Japanese guy. Kasi like automatically, regardless kahit na mag-outfit ng pang madre si MarChie, pag nalaman ng mga Pilipino na may asawa kang Hapones, alam mo na.
Well, yeah.
Diba? And unfortunately, it just kasi like mayroon akong nakilalang those kind of girls. I mean, sabi ko nga, diba, I'm very open to everyone as long as there's a conversation involved. I'm fine with it. But pag nakakausap ko sila, that's only their goal. Like, pinakasalan na sila't lahat. Dumating na sa kasal. Pero yun pa rin yung thinking nila na kailangan sa akin yung pera, sa akin dapat yung ganito, ako dapat binibilhan mo dapat ako ng ganyan. Tapos, and let me be honest ha, these girls are, ganun na nga yung mga foreigners na mga jowa nila, bigyan sila ng pera and stuff like that. And then they go back here in the Philippines, makikita mo sila sa mga gay bars, they pay men to have sex with them.
That's sad.
Diba, parang it's a circle of life. Diba, na parang, I mean, again, I'm not closing my mind against them. It's just that
It's so sad.
It's sad. It's really sad kasi yun nga, parang nasagot nga nila yung problema nila sa pera, pero other than that, wala silang na-resolve na iba.
Yeah. I mean, are they really happy? Just
Really not. I mean, kahit ka sexually, hindi sila happy eh. May mga ganun ako nakalala. Kasi may mga friends ako macho dancers. Again, I'm really not choosy with my friends. So, when before, this was like before pa, na parang anytime na rest day ko, they would call me, "Oy Sam, come over to the bar. We'll set up a VIP room for you." Kasi gusto namin matulog. Yung gano'n sila. So, kasi kapitbahay ko sila eh. So, kapitbahay ko sila sa Quezon City before. So, sabi nila, pag halimbawa rest day mo, punta ka dito sa bar. Tapos, parang pag tinatamad silang sumayaw, tatawagan nila ako, pumunta ka dito, bigyan ka namin ng pera, mag-VIP room ta, matutulog kami. So sila, pagdating ko,
pagod na kasi kami.
Papasok ko ng gay bar, ang ganda-ganda ko dahil 3 lalaki ang bit ko sa private room, pero tutulog lang ang mga hayop. Nakasilip na ako sa bintana, nanonood ako sa baba. Kasi wala ako mapanood. Siyempre, papanoodin ko sa mga natutulog ng mga kasama ko. Hindi ako ganyan sa baba. Pangit naman itong lalaki sumasayaw. Yung mga gwapo, walang ganap kasi natutulog sila. Wala naman nangyayari. Pero in all fairness, doon ko nakita yung mga, doon ko nakilala yung mga girls na they in hordes na papasok sila doon. So syempre, ay narito na naman yung si Mrs. Ganto, narito na naman si Mrs. Ganyan. Almost the same story over and over again. I am a husband. I have a husband who's really rich and a foreigner. I can't get laid, so I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna pay one of your friends, and I'm gonna have them have sex with me. It's a cycle. It's really a cycle. It's sad. You can see in their faces na medyo alam nilang trap na sila doon sa circle na yon. Kasi they're not gonna be able to get off unless they pay someone. Kasi imagining mo yun, you have a husband who cannot satisfy you. He can only satisfy you by money, but other than that, wala na silang nagagawa for you. So willing silang magbayad ng mga escort services and stuff like that.
So what is the point?
Oo, diba? Parang what's the point? O nga, nagpagod ka pa. Wala na naman palang ganap, right?
Oh well, at least may pera.
But is it really what we need? What they need? Going back dun sa may nakilala naman ako na ang ginawa pagkatapos magpaka-laspag, negosyo ang inisip. Kung lahat ng pera mo, pagdating dito sa Pilipinas, meron ng sari-sari store, meron ng tricycle, may jeep na umabiyahe. Pagdating niya dito, linis na siya. Wala na siyang, kumbaga parang, okay, I'm all set. May mga ganun kasing thinking eh, pero unfortunately, ba't ba tayo napunta sa prostitution? Hindi na lang.
Dahil nga yung mga di ba karamihan nung mga nakulang
There's a thin line.
Yun nga kasi yun. Parang, you have to draw a line whether or not you want to call yourself that kind of girl, or you just really interested with, you just want bigger options. Eto.
Siyempre dun tayo sa bigger option.
Ay, ikaw naman kasi nakakaluwag-luwag ka na.
Malapit na ulit. Sarap.
Yan tayo eh.
Again, last question. What are your reminders na lang for anyone who is interested on dating, and it's apparently a foreign Ano ba yun?
National?
Hindi. A foreign person assigned in Manila. Kaya pala AFAM. A foreign something.
Expat, kumbaga.
Oo. A foreigner
Sige, kaya mo yan.
in
Ulit.
Manila. Ayan. A foreigner assigned in Manila. Kaya AFAM. Sabi ko, ano ba ibig sabihin ng AFAM? Nangangati ang utak ko. Ayun. So, what are your reminders na lang for anyone who wants to date a foreigner assigned in Manila? Chi, ikaw. Let's start with you. Kasi you have the most experience.
Pinaka-malaking advice I could give to somebody who wants to date a foreigner assigned in Manila is wag kang makikipag-date just for a visa. It never ends well for everybody, and it just kasi for me, the reason why my process was sobrang difficult to get into Japan because of all of the imitation marriages, all of the fake marriages na mga Filipina na nakikipagkasal sa Japanese para lang sa visa. It makes it harder for us na actual, yung parang legit yung kasal namin. Kasi when you apply for a visa, you have to prove talaga na nagmamakalan kayo. Pati call logs, pati mga chat ninyo, pati mga picture, titignan. So parang, ayun, sana wag nyo naman make it difficult for other people. So yun, parang wag kayong magpapakasal or mag-date para lang makakuha ng green card.
Tama naman yun. Kasi, ang pangit naman not just for you guys, but for them as well. Like, alam mo parang, di ba, automatic yun. I mean, I'm so sorry. Pag halimbawa, nalaman nilang fake yung kasal. So, bad taste ka na sa embassy.
Sa embassy. Opo.
Automatic prostitute ng babae.
Tsaka hindi diba nakukulong yung other person dito natin?
Nakukulong yung other person, tapos kasi yung iba, ginagawa din nilang business yon. Parang, pakakasalan kita, bayaran mo ako ng ganitong amount.
Oo.
Pero until 3 years lang tayo. After 3 years, hiwalay na. Na tayo. Parang I'm going to go to the next person naman. To keep my business going.
End of contract na, ganun.
Yung classmate ko nung high school mother, ganyan.
Na-end
bayad. Hindi naman, nagkatuluyan sila. Na-in love yung American side.
Na-outwall sila.
Outwall! Ganon.
Oo, diba?
Yung outwall!
Hala! On the Wings of Love, yung story ni Nadine tsaka ni
Okay. Ikaw, Tessiko. Question.
Ano ba yung question? Sorry, diba?
Your advice.
Advice. It's actually the same for any type of relationship. Don't go into it thinking about money. I don't know. Let's try not, I don't know, I sound very mean. I sound very judgmental. And I sincerely apologize if anyone is hurt or if you feel that I'm attacking you. But it's not. It's just that if you really want a relationship to work and you want you to be happy, if you want the other person to be happy, you want a healthy marriage/relationship, work on it properly. Don't let material things be the precursor for it. Kasi, yun nga, I mean, it's not gonna end well. It may be okay on the onset, but in the long run, how can you say you're happy? So, yan. And trying not to... Kasi feeling ko din mindsetting din yan nung bata kayo.
Mindset ba? Mindset.
Hindi, kasi diba parang simula nung bata sila, nag-groom sila na kailangan mayaman kasi para lahat tayo maging well-off, maging okay sa buhay.
Kasi hodang lumuwag ang mattress mo.
Diba?
Pwedeng ipa-landscape.
Mahal yun. Kasi diba, I mean, how would you know that your child is going to be happy if you tell your child that they should marry for those reasons?
Yes.
Mahirap Because kung condition mo yung bata na, ay ganito ka dapat, ay ganito, parang hindi siya maganda. Yun. Basta, sad lang.
It's the fairy tale effect. It's the fairy tale effect that the girls are helpless and they need a prince to help them.
I'm no fucking Cinderella bitch.
Right? Ikaw, Jazz, anong eksena mo? Ano yung reminder mo sa mga para sa mga katulad mong nakakaluwag-luwag sa buhay?
You're not only gonna be in a relationship with the person, but also with a new culture.
Mm-mm.
So be prepared kasi your normal might not be normal to their culture. So if you go to their place, you'll be abnormal. Charot. Kumbaga, ang laki adjustment.
You'll be ano ba dyan?
Kasi ang dami kong kamag-anak na na nag-i-Italy. So lahat na culture shock. Pagdating ng Italia, ibang-iba, kahit pareho kayo nagki-Kristo-Kristo, ganun-ganun. Iba pa rin yung kultura nila. So, mga nag-uuwian din. Mga ganon. So yun, laging isipin na hindi lang naman yung relationship nyo ang i-work on nyo. Pati yung adjustment mo sa culture nila, adjustment na sa culture mo. So yun lang ang aking reminder.
That is true. Again, maybe for me na lang, ang reminder ko na lang is that if you jump into a relationship, may it be due to finances, due to love, due to whatever, you have to grow a very big pair of balls to be able to just, shake off anyone that says otherwise. Alam mo yun, kahit na sa tingin mo, pinagtatawanan ka ng mga kapitbahay nyo and stuff like that, and they feel that you are, doing it just for money. If it is the truth, don't mind them. Bakit? Hindi naman nila pera yung hinihingi mo eh. Diba? Hindi naman puso nila yung hinihingi mo. It's all about, if you wanna jump into a relationship, you better be ready for what is to come, regardless if it's, a heartbreak or, a red tag coming from the whole community. That it is. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I want to say thank you to MarChie.
Thank you so much.
Don't forget to follow us at Spotify and Apple Podcast. And please be sure to rate us so we can continue to grow. A Cup of Coffee Podcast is available in Instagram at ACupofCoffee_PH and on TikTok at ACupofCoffee_Sam. A Cup of Coffee Podcast is created by Mama Sam Media.